You're watching Escape Adulthood Live, your number one source for long-lasting, fast-acting, physician-approved adultitis relief.
On this show, we're celebrating St. Patrick's Day. We're counting down to the Festival of Shenanigans. And I will be tasting this baby food made of meat.
Just for fun. Yay! Greetings and salutations. This episode is brought to you by people like Kelly Zdanovic and Rachel and Brian Speaker. Their membership in the Wonder and Whimsy Society supports us in this work to fight adultitis. Thank you guys.
If you'd like to annihilate the adultitis in your life, learn more about the Wonder and Whimsy Society, or be just the first to know about what we have going on, become an insider at escapeadulthood.com/subscribe.
Absolutely.
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
Woo! So good to see everyone. I have to tell you, it was Halloween. It was the last time we did a show, and I forgot everything. Had to update all of the software. I mean, there's just a lot of
adultitis
stuff going on here that I'm like,
hard.
oh. So we are hoping for a tech-free or tech-trouble-free show.
It's so good to see you guys.
No shenanigans here.
And I love that, like, Paul and Rich wore, like, matching hats. Did you guys call each other? I mean, how does this happen? I know, Paul's, like, dying. I know. And look at Dorothy's hat. That is epic.
Oh, that's pretty good right there.
Glasses.
I love that.
So many shenanigans already happening here.
Always
today.
my favorite part is to see the smiling faces. Since we switched over to do the show on Zoom, it's like a live studio audience right here.
My favorite part.
So let's see.
Okay, Tracy. Sorry, Tracy Miller. Her little braids. Do you see it?
Oh, that's adorable. Yes.
That's
good. Pretty good. And I see Jessica Marie, I think, is that a baby, new baby human. I think that's the first time that I'm getting a look. That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. You both look great. Wow. So
where do we start?
Where do we begin?
Like this?
Yes, we can explain this before it melts all over the place. But as many of you know, we are kicking off. You will see a countdown timer in the upper right-hand corner. I think that's for you as well. Hopefully, you can see it.
Says yes.
And that is when the Festival of Shenanigans goes live. And by live, I mean all 100 challenges will be released in the app according to what the tech support told me. So we are hoping that will all happen the way it is supposed to. Let's hope for the best.
Let's hope for technology.
But yeah, so we are kicking things off with this show, and one of the challenges we're going to be sharing a sneak peek of some of our favorite challenges in this show. Get people hyped up a little bit. One of them, and I want to get the name right. Number 32 is called Gelatinous Justice. And your mission is to create a green jello mold with something that represents adultitis encased inside.
This was my challenge this morning. Okay, so
thought that would be a good visual for the show, did we?
Yes, and I've never made a jello mold. I maybe I'm in the wrong generation. But we don't even have one of those molds. So I just used a bowl. And it went kind of terrible, but I mean, here it is. It's falling apart. If I could lift it up.
Maybe I could do the camera thing. Do I even want to try that?
It's like flopping. Okay, I know. Can you see what's inside? This is...
Easy, kid. Easy.
I tried to put...
let me see. Here we go.
Junk mail inside of this.
Okay.
It didn't work.
Who can tell what's in here?
Can you tell?
Can you see that?
Oh, Body's got it. Body said the flosser.
Yes, the flosser.
So there's more to this, okay? We have this thing that we find flossers in parking lots everywhere. Helen is nodding her head. So we're not the only one. And we take pictures of them and we send it to a friend of ours because it's kind of an inside joke now. But now that you know this, you will see flossers.
What is happening, you guys? What is we were in, I think the first time we saw it was in Hawaii, of all places.
Yeah.
And I saw a random flosser in the parking lot of like a tourist destination, like by a waterfall. And then we come home and I start seeing them everywhere.
I don't, and Lori, you say that they throw them down like gum. Why?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
understand.
Not gum. It's like I almost prefer cigarette butts at this point, because at least those will, I presume, decompose at some point.
These plastic pieces everywhere.
I've never seen anyone flossing.
These give us
in public.
Adultitis.
Yeah.
These flossers.
Not to mention flossing sucks anyway, right? So just that alone, I thought
a double
that'd
whammy,
be pretty good.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get rid of this because it's like literally breaking, and I spilled green Jello on our carpet and everything. So it's very adultitis ridden right now. Okay.
All right. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, good idea bringing that over here. I was wondering about that. Okay. So as Kim does that, as I said, we're going to be sharing some of our other favorite challenges. Kim will be eating meat baby food a little bit later. We'll explain why that is. That also has to do with a challenge. And also we see a lot of you got the memo of wearing green. So we'll be giving a prize at the end to someone who is currently wearing green and is all decked out. But
so they could run and get changed.
They could. They could. You've got a little bit of time. Yeah. But let's get to the news, because this is kind of a special day in more ways than one, right? Oh, by the way, yeah, that's our Festival Shenanigans little thing. Let's go. All right. Well, it was 5 years ago when we, for the very first time, turned on the camera to do what became sort of, I guess, the grandfather of this show, or grandmother. I don't know what you call it, because it technically wasn't Escape Adulthood Live.
Coffee with Kim and Jason. Raise your, move your hand in some way if you were there for episode 1 of Coffee with Kim and Jason. Look at it, quite a few of you. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was a time in our country where there was a thing called COVID-19. I'm sure no one remembers that, but us oldsters remember a time when everything was shut down for just 2 weeks to flatten the curve, you might remember.
So it was really easy.
And so we thought, well, we would just bring a little bit of joy and light to the world that was very confusing and strange at that time. And I think we did for 2 weeks, every day for 2 weeks. We did that, and then we took a little break, and then we decided to start something a little bit more regular, but not as often, called Escape Adulthood Live. And that was 5 years ago. And Kim said that the other day, and I don't know if that feels like 25 years ago or a year ago. It's such a weird...
Everybody's having their own conversation with that, I'm sure. Like, can you believe that was 5 years ago? Or where were you when you found out? You know, it's kind of like the 9/11 conversation. But yes, but some fun, neat trivia about that. So this is actually show number 117. This is our 117th version, not counting the Coffee with Kim and Jason. But of actual Escape Adulthood Live, which I thought was kind of cool, coming on the 17th of March. I know. We did it every week, and then we did it every month as things started to open up, and now we do them irregularly as on special
schedules allow, because now we're back into busyness. So, but man, we learned a lot, didn't we?
And we got to know you guys. I think that was the thing that really led to the Wonder and Whimsy Society is the shows, is just showing up and being a part of life with you guys. So. It brings back a lot of cool foundational memories to all of this. Yeah. So
thank you guys who were here from the beginning. Thanks to those of you who jumped in along the way. And thank you for all of you who are here right now. We're going to have a good night tonight. And
Tracy says, I want that ice cream. Should we talk about the festival? Or do we get to talk about that next? Not next, but so
soon.
It's coming. Yes, we'll talk about the ice cream soon. Yes.
Oh, the years. Yes. Oh, yeah. We'll be talking about that for sure. Okay. First of all, though, we asked you to bring anyone who was interested to bring something for show and tell, and if you forgot and want to go run and get something, but what we're looking for is keeping on the theme of ridiculousness, which many of the challenges that we came up with are very ridiculous. Some sort of ridiculous object that you keep around for some sentimental value. So let's go to show and tell. All right, so anyone who is interested in sharing, this would be the time where I totally forgot to have the little guest thing,
okay.
but we'll just have you. We'll have you come up. We'll
Kara,
spotlight.
Kara and Paul already.
Kara, let me spotlight you guys, and Kara and or Paul. Let's get you unmuted. Good. What do you guys got for us? It's so good to see you guys.
So Paul grabbed this. This is mine. This is Snoopy or Noopy. He was one of my childhood toys, and he's wearing a sock for a shirt. Can you all hear me? And
Yep.
yeah, and I have from my childhood.
It's been with us forever. It's sitting in a prominent position in one of our rooms. I don't know why.
Aww.
Do you remember where you got it, Kara?
No, I've had him forever.
And he looks like it.
He actually looks like he's in better shape than our daughter's Curious George, which is only 16 years old and looks like he has syphilis.
Kara.
And my brother had one too. We had matching ones. His, I don't believe, is in as good of shape as mine. So,
do you remember the story with the sock? Did you just put a sock on him one day?
well, it's his outfit.
Okay.
No, I have no idea.
Just his outfit, Kim. Come on. All right. Love it. Thank you.
I had a dog tag on too, and I cannot read what it says. So, yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Anyways.
Thank you very much, you guys. Appreciate you guys sharing.
That's awesome.
Let's go to Jessica Marie and that cute little baby she's got with her.
Hi, this is Albert.
Aww.
Oh, Albert. Hey,
And
buddy.
man, COVID was 4 pregnancies, 3 kids ago. That's crazy.
Oh, man.
That was,
But who's counting?
I know, right? That feels like a long time though, still. This is a sombrero that my best friend Liza got when she went on a missions trip to Mexico. Does not fit me because we were 9 years old. And she went with her dad to Mexico on a missions trip, and she picked out this hat for me and brought it back. And so this is probably one of the longest things I've kept because I'm really a minimalist.
That's cool. So it doesn't fit you, but Albert will be growing into it.
Yeah,
soon.
we're just trying out. No, it's gonna object right away to any hats.
Get out of here.
Everybody gives you hats, but I don't know any babies who want to wear hats.
No, that right off. Comes right
True.
off. Yep.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much for
It's a
sharing.
good-
And
it qualifies. Like you can't even wear it, but it means something, right?
Yes.
You just kind of keep it.
just kind of
It's
keep
a
it hanging
special-
around. That's
special
awesome.
gift. Aw.
And you're talking about the sombrero.
Not Albert.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I do wear Albert actually.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I love
He's
the
a
baby
keeper.
wrap. Yeah.
Well, we get cats on here every once in a while. Thank you for giving us a baby fix.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Oh
So,
yeah, no, he's gonna be so big, man. It's just every time I show him to somebody, I'm like, you better hold him now because he won't be this light next week.
that's right. It
I
reminds
love
me
that
of
he's
Ben.
just staring off into nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he
Like
just
he's-
got into milk coma, I think. So hopefully it's bedtime soon.
Nothing better than a milk coma. Remember those days. Thank you, Jessica Marie. Thank
Good
you,
to
Albert.
see you.
All right. Brooke, let me call you up here. Hey, Brooke, how are you tonight?
Doing well, thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I like your
What I
bow.
brought
That's
is
adorable.
this lovely pig cookie jar.
Wow, isn't that unique?
It was my mom's. So I remember it as when I was a child. The stories that go with the cookie jar that Mom would go down, not even really awake, and pull cookies out and then find them in her bed. And we find the lid of the cookie jar askew, and she had no memory of going for cookies. And so when I inherited the pig, I couldn't part with it.
Can you
This
lift
is-
it up again? I want to see
Now-
it again.
Was your mom like a sleepwalker, or was this just a really bad cover story that she had that she's like, oh, I don't remember?
I don't, she wasn't a sleepwalker, but I think that, maybe she was like half awake to get down to because she had to go downstairs and find the cookie jar. Yeah, but she never, and then get back upstairs, but didn't finish the cookies.
Oh, yeah, she must have been kind of tired.
You just need a little something sometimes.
Something
Yeah.
sweet. That's
Very good,
adorable,
Brooke. Thank you for sharing that.
That's
Super
so
cool.
Cute.
All right, Julie Brown, let's go.
Oh, she's got a hat too.
How are you there?
They're
There you go.
trying to unmute myself. I'm good. It's good to see you. I think I've probably nailed the number of shamrocks I'm wearing at one time. But because you can't see my pants or my socks for that matter, and there's got to be hundreds below the waist. So but the show and tell, I missed the fact of the show and tell, but I have something in my newly set up office, and this is a throwback to my old sock monkey. And so I had gotten, when I was a kid and I decided to purge, I'm like, there are a lot of things that I really wish I wouldn't have done when I was that much younger. But he reminds me of the first sock monkey, which my mom actually made for me. And it has the added benefit of scaring the crap out of one of my high school friends who just hated it. So it's something I hold on to for two reasons. One, because every once in a while I'll send him a picture and he's like, I still hate it. So, but it's my sock monkey, and I forget all the background stuff. But yeah, my husband actually told me I'm missing a red beard today, so I know somebody out there has it. But anyways, this was my throwback for sentimental reasons that I loved my sock monkey growing up.
That's awesome. I'm sure there are many people watching that had the same exact one. It's like the classic retro version of that sock monkey. So super cool, Julie. Thank you.
I love it.
Let's see. We've got the Hendersons over here. We are getting preferential treatment to people with cool hats tonight.
So
And you notice his matches Paul's.
yeah,
Yeah, I know. It's you guys are like brothers from another mother.
Always, right?
who knew? So growing up, my grandmother was an Avon lady. So I ended up with a variety of Avon products growing up, and this was my soap dish that was in my bathtub.
Is that Snoopy?
This is
Another
Snoopy,
Snoopy.
and
Wow.
he held the bar of soap there. And then this was my bubble bath. So Snoopy actually sat on top of his.
Of course, Paul had it.
So,
And those were Avon like bonus gifts or something, like promo items.
no, I don't know. I think their product came in or on
Oh,
them.
okay. Like sure.
So
Those must be worth something.
I know,
Rich.
seriously. That's awesome. And you
So,
just can't part with
this is
those, Rich.
This is not really from my childhood, but I went to visit my sister in Savannah last week, and my niece passed away in November. She was a huge Funko Pop fan and collector. She had over almost 300 of them, all over in this one room. And I chose, because I love this little Where the Wild Things Are. He's going to be my new,
Oh, I want that.
in honor of my niece Eliza. So
Oh, that's cool. I love that.
Special. Wow. So did you have a lot to choose from, Martha, when you went into that room?
I did, and there were quite a few that were a little hard to pass up. I also didn't want to come home with a whole bunch of them. So, Jason, I almost wrote you to say, hey, you interested in any, she has Star Wars, Marvel. Send me if you have one you're looking for, if you had it or not.
That's cool. Well,
Aw.
I appreciate the thought, and that is a
Very
keeper for
special.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's
Nice.
try to get let's get these three more in if we can, real quick. Cindy, Tammy, and Fred. I want to come to you guys. So let's do Cindy. Let's see. What do you guys got for us tonight?
Well, it's Larry that's going to share,
Okay,
not
Larry.
Cindy.
Well, you
Okay,
asked
Larry,
for
what do you got,
something-
Larry?
You asked for something really ridiculous and sentimental. This is ridiculous. I don't know if anybody recognizes this, what that is. But back in 1973, we were in a car accident and I had a badly broken leg. And this pin here goes up in your hip and this part here down your side of your femur with screws through. So anyway, I'm a trumpet player. I was playing a show one night and the guy next to me playing trumpet was a doctor. And he thought I told him about my situation. He told me I ought to have one for a souvenir. So this is a genuine article.
Wow.
And I just keep it because I have one like that in my leg.
Oh my goodness.
That was
That's
not on my
what you
bingo
do.
card, Larry.
It's ridiculous.
I'm kind of glad that
I see a lot of thumbs up.
is an outside. Like I'm like, was that
I know.
in you
I was like,
at
how
one
does-
point?
how did it get
So
out?
that's good to know that it's just
Yeah.
it's a replica.
The rep.
Oh. But you just kind of keep it around. Where do you keep it? That's what I want to know.
In his hip.
Well, I bought a little jewelry, a $20 I spent on a jewelry display case when a local jewelry store was remodeling. And I've got all kind of weird special stuff in there that I keep for conversation starters.
Oh.
That is a good one. Yes.
That's a true adultitis fighter right
Yeah,
there. That he
I'll
bought a
say.
case for this. That's awesome.
Thank you, Larry. Thank
I
you for
love
sharing
it.
that. And yeah, Tammy says that is the best show and tell. And I concur. But Tammy, what do you got for us tonight? It is so good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Well, I have a Jeep, and I don't know if you know, but people give ducks to Jeep owners if they like your your Jeep. And I got this very fancy duck. My friend who lives in England actually rode in my Jeep when she was in the United States, and she brought this back from me.
Wow.
My Jeep, which is so sweet, and she signed it, so I know that it's from her. So I just love this because it reminds me to let's go places.
Aw.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome.
That is so cute. I
So-
believe I've been in your Jeep. I have memory.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a different Jeep, but boy, that's
No,
a-
no, I got this. No, it's same Jeep. I got this later. You were in my Jeep before Kirsten was in my Jeep.
so many good memories.
Yeah, that's cool. Super cool, Tammy.
That's
How
a good
many
one.
how many ducks do you have in there now?
Oh, good question. Not too many. I would say maybe 13. We do have a 3D printed Jeep. I mean, a 3D printed duck, and
Ooh,
that's possibly the coolest one.
interesting.
That's
Very cool.
unique.
Well, that's pretty rad. Thank you for sharing that, Tammy. That's really cool.
So good to see you.
And let's see. We got time for one more, then we got to move on. Fred, how about what do you got for us here tonight, Fred?
Okay. This is a horse that I made probably 70, 75 years ago. It's aluminum and it was three-dimensional. I brought it home and it stood on what my parents call whatnot shelf of miscellaneous things. And when I first went to college and unpacked my suitcase, this was in the suitcase. My parents called it the Traveler to keep me tied to back home. So this, and then when they passed on, it was still in their home. So I picked it up and it's in my office. So like I say, I don't remember exactly what year it was, but since I'm in my 80s, I got to guess that this is at least 70 years old and it's traveled a lot of places. But
Oh
it's
my
still-
goodness, that's a good-looking horse too. That's cool. I was gonna say, did you make that when you were -4 years old? Because you don't look old enough, Larry or Fred, to have made that
That's
and have it
pretty
be that old.
Wow.
Yeah, yes. No, I'm a month or two away from being 83.
Wow, good for you.
Nice. Oh, how
So the horse
special.
has been traveling. We've moved several times, and the horse is still with us. So he continues to be a traveler.
I love that so much.
Did you say, Fred, if he has a name? Does he have a name?
The Traveler is his name. That's the only
Traveler,
name I
yeah.
know. Yeah, that's what my parents called him.
Mysterious. He just rolls into town,
Yeah.
wherever he goes.
I
Yeah.
love that they put it in your box at school. That's
Yeah,
a cool
that's pretty good.
aspect. So thank you for sharing.
All right.
that,
Well, thank you
friend.
to everyone. We have to keep going so that we have we're not a 7-hour show.
Those are great though.
Yes.
Very great.
Let's see here. What do we have next? Oh, it's getting close to time to kind of share some cool things. But let's get things started by talking a little bit more about the Festival of Shenanigans.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Okay, so yes, the Festival Shenanigans is the ultimate adultitis fighting challenge. It begins in, where's my counter? 31 minutes and 30 something seconds. That's when the challenges will be released. Now, little fun fact: this is going for 17 days. So if you are on right now and you're not actually registered, or if you're watching the replay of this, there's not really. You can sign up tonight. You can sign up tomorrow. You can sign up almost any time before it ends. You just won't have as much time to do the challenges, but there's plenty of time to do a lot of them. So. Yeah, so the place to register is escapeadulthood.com/festival. Let's see, there's a couple things to talk about. I suppose the number one thing is that the winner, so there are 100 challenges, things to do, find, see, make, all kinds of shenanigans, and you get points for every one that you do. And it's working through an event in an app we're using called Eventsy. So it is for Apple and Android phones. And as you collect your challenges, you will earn points. And the winner, whoever gets the most points by the end, what do they get, Kim?
Well, first they get the title of the Grand Shenanigator, which I am so sad that I can't be the winner because I want that title so bad. So that alone I think is worth the effort. But if that wasn't enough, you will win ice cream for a year, which basically is like a pint of ice cream every week for an entire year. Mm-hmm. And that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, there are I don't have anything to announce yet. I have 3 different places I'm deciding between the gourmet ice cream places. But yeah, it'll be some sort of a really good ice cream vendor. Mm-hmm. I've got a couple favorites that I'm trying to decide between, and trying to decide if it's possible for us to just get our own on top of it, because I'm really jealous. Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But the whole goal really is although it is a friendly competition, is really to fight adultitis in yourself, and that's what we want to talk about next in the monologue.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
So I don't know if you guys have the winter strain of adultitis that has gone along for whatever reason. You know, obviously there's always events going on in the world, in our country, that are distressing. Whether it was 5 years ago or now, there's always something. For many of us, we're still, fighting winter, trying to get that spring. Now I know the people in Arizona are probably well into summer by now. But it just feels like, we need to pick me up. And so Kim and I came up with this idea a few months ago and just kind of fell in love with it, and wanted to do something. Last summer, we did something with the Wonder and Whimsy Society. It was the Summer Games, so it was in conjunction with the Olympics. And we did a bunch of fun summery activities and encouraged people to do them. And if you did a number of them, you could earn a medal, right?
Which there are many medal winners here tonight. So
yes.
It was pretty competitive.
Yeah, and it was really fun just to see people doing cool stuff. And so we decided we want to do something like that, but blow it up a little bit, make it open to everyone. And then that's where the Festival of Shenanigans came in. And so it's kind of interesting because the challenges are very ridiculous, silly, fun. But I think I wanted to just spend a few moments to just talk about the seriousness of adultitis. I mean, we have a lot of fun with this, but Kim and I see the effects of adultitis everywhere. People who are not living up to their potential, people who are maybe beaten down by life, depressed, sad, people who have fallen into the trap of living by rules that don't exist, that could be keeping them from living their best life. It's just everywhere. And we put a fun spin on it by calling it adultitis, but if we had less of it, this world would be a lot better. And we see it in ourselves from time to time. That's part of the reason why we do what we do, is to help keep ourselves accountable to it. And I think one of the most important parts of this festival, if you choose to participate, is it could be fun to win ice cream. It's fun to compete against other people, but it's really a chance to break out of the adultitis that might be settling in you. And that ultimately is the biggest win. And I'll be honest, I had an opportunity Saturday. So we wanted to do a few of the challenges ahead of time just to give you guys an idea of what they're like and to hopefully motivate you to top us. But one of them that I ended up doing was very much out of my comfort zone. And interestingly, it's not really that hard of a thing or crazy of a thing. If it was Kim doing it or my dad, I could totally see my dad doing this without any trouble whatsoever. And many of you on here right now will probably knock this one out tomorrow. But the challenge is called Going Bananas, and it is which one is it? Number 61. And this is what you have to do. It has to be a picture of you and a grocery store checkout clerk, each wearing a banana sticker on your foreheads. And that's it. I say that's it, and I was like, oh, am I really doing this? So we actually Saturday night we hosted a Scram Winter Party here for a bunch of friends, and I had to go to the grocery store to get some supplies. And so I went in there, and I was, I had to pretty much psych myself up, and I went straight away. I got the bunch of bananas with stickers on them. And there were two checkout people. There was a younger girl, and then there was more of a, older, I don't know, I'm not going to guess how old she was, but she had pretty cool, like, yellow, bleached, spiky hair. So right away, I'm like, you don't have hair like that and not be fun. But as I was going through the store, picking up groceries, and of course I don't know where anything is, so I'm going up and down the aisles. I'm scoping them out. I'm like, who should I go to? And the lady with the spiky hair, every time I looked at her, she looked kind of grumpy. She looked like she had some adultitis. And then the younger girl seemed to, she's probably teenager, I bet. And I'm like, well, she could be fun. She could be maybe more like willing to try something like this, but she also might be kind of shy and intimidated by almost 50-year-old guy asking her to do something weird. So I was like going around I was really in my head, which is exactly why this challenge was good for me. So I got to the end. I got the last couple of things in my cart, and I was just like, dear Lord, please just tell me, give me a sign who I should go to. So I get to the checkout. And the young girl had no one in her line. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's who I'm supposed to go to. So I start putting all my things up on the conveyor belt. And I had purchased a few alcoholic beverages. And so since she was too young to ring them up, she asked, I think her name was Tammy, if I remember correctly. She said, Tammy, can you come over here and type in your code so we can do this? So Tammy comes over. Now I have both checkout people plus a bagger. And I'm like, okay, well, this will be great. I will offer this up, and now maybe they'll all say yes, because doing it together, maybe there's some courage there. Yeah, right. Safety in numbers.
Yeah.
So I go, I have a weird request. I am taking part in an online scavenger hunt called the Festival of Shenanigans. And one of the things I need to do is to get my picture taken with a banana sticker on my forehead with a grocery store checkout clerk also wearing a banana sticker. Would any of you... And I tried to like be like,
jazz hands
how
at this
cool,
point.
like who wants you guys all in, right? And the young girl looks at me and she, or actually no, the Tammy, the spiky hair lady, she goes, sure, just like that. It was just like well, sure. Like I was like, okay, no biggie. And then I'm like, okay, I got one. I got him in, and I'm like, and then I think the young girl's name was Emily. I'm like, Emily, how about you? Are you in? And she goes, not today. I'm like, fair. So, and the checkout, the bag person was like not
the
interested.
Chiquita banana sticker.
Well, it was Dole.
Okay.
But yes,
well,
same
yeah,
concept. They had
yeah.
Dole. So anyway, I didn't have the option for Chiquita. Well, strangely enough, I had purchased 5 bananas, and it turns out there were only 2 stickers on the bananas. They were on the top ones. And so as I'm pulling them out, I'm like, well, I guess it was meant to be that there's only 2 stickers or 2 people here. So put my sticker on. I gave one to Tammy. And as I'm doing this, the young checkout girl says, did you buy bananas just to do this? And I was like, yes, I did.
Although we do eat bananas. So
I said I will
unusual.
eat them. I'm not going to just throw them out. But yeah, so let's see. Here is my picture of me and Tammy at the Piggly Wiggly. Yeah.
That's Jason's nervous face, by the way, if you haven't seen that
That's
one.
that's my always selfie face. So anyway, many of you are, well, you know, this is very reminiscent in some ways for those of you who've heard me talk about when I bought red shoes and how much I was in my head about getting red shoes. And usually at the end of that story, I joke about how ridiculous it is that anyone would care that much and worry that much about whether or not they should wear red shoes. And my whole point is that is my point, that living a great story is not about jumping out of planes or deep sea diving with great white sharks. It's about finding where your comfort zone is and, you know, just sneaking a little bit beyond it. And anytime you do that, Adultitis gets pretty ticked off and pretty mad. And I got to tell you, I was pretty much on a high for the rest of the day because I had tackled that small little challenge of my own. Kim had a little one of her own that we'll talk about a little bit as well. So yeah, so the goal here is I want everyone to remember that when it comes to this Festival of Shenanigans, there are some challenges that you will not touch with the 10-foot pole. And there might be some other ones that you're like, I kind of don't want to do that, but maybe I could. And so I would encourage you to do as many of those as you can. We designed it. I don't think anyone will get all 100. So if you want to call that a challenge, it's a challenge. But we made some of them pretty hard.
Look at Dorothy. She's like,
So we'll see. Well, you might prove us wrong.
We're wrong.
And then we'll have to make them harder next year. But we also made some that are pretty easy, and that's one of the cool things about this is that if you can accomplish 10 of the 100 challenges, you get a $10 gift card to the lemonade stand. So you basically it's a $10 registration fee for all of our non-Wonder and Whimsy Society members. So you basically get your money back if you get 10 of the challenges.
And there's 10 easy ones.
Yeah, some of them are pretty easy. So we have quite a spectrum. So anywho, should we go and share some of our favorite ones? Yes. Let's do that. All right. Thank you to Stephen Saki for sending this one a while ago. If you let them shenan once, they'll shenan again. That is what we're hoping for, that you'll do it several times. Okay, so let's. I have the official challenges here. So our team did a few of the challenges in advance, just to give you an idea of what we're talking about.
And real quick, you can do this as a team. as you know, you could do it as a household. You could compete against one another in the household, but each, you know, if you're competing against one another, each person has to be registered separately. So I think
yes, if it, yeah,
makes
basically
sense, right?
you the prize goes to one registered person. But if you want to do your whole household and just register under one account, like
so we're gonna
go
have
for it.
our team, Whimsy 5. We're gonna
For
do
our
it
family.
as a family of 5. So we kind of have some examples of what
No,
we've
we
done.
are not eligible to win the prize, but
No, but we're still gonna.
although I think we should be. I don't know why that can't be. Employees can't be eligible. I don't know. Maybe because we're also part of judges. I don't know. It might have something to do with it. But anyway, we are going to have fun with you guys alongside. And we also asked Jenna and Rachel on our team to do a few of them as well, and they did not disappoint. So let us get straight to it. So first of all, we have Black Bart. Number 4, you are a gunslinger from the Old West, and your gun is a rotten banana.
So this is Rachel's son, Bennett. And I love how the banana gets a little wimpier.
The banana looks like a turd a little bit. I'm just gonna say it. But what I love the best is that he progressively could not stay serious.
Yes.
Right? He's laughing, and that's kind of the point of this whole thing is to get you and the people around you laughing and making memories. So
Priceless,
this is a good
Rachel.
one.
Yeah.
Then our son Ben was involved today with this one's called The Nose Job, number 55. Stop and smell the roses wearing a fake nose. All right. And now this is an example. Some of the challenges we have bonus points are available. So in this case, you would get 13 extra bonus points if it is at a grocery store or flower shop.
Ooh, so out in public.
So Ben just did this in our kitchen, so that would not count for the bonus points. But if you want to be a little bit more adventurous, go for that. Then we have another one called Harebrained Branding. And the point of this one is to design a business card for your pet or houseplant. And I can't read the fine print in this particular slide, but I do know that this is Jenna's aloe plant, Dr. Al O.
Oh, Al O.
And there's is pretty clever what she wrote in there. I just can't read it right now because it's too small on the
Jenna,
screen.
if you want to put the text in the comments, that would be awesome.
If you remember,
If you
yes.
know,
Or
yeah.
if maybe you can read it better than I can right now. But that was a fun one. Then we've got this one I particularly liked. Number 45, Tail Wagon Troubadour.
This is good.
Your pet has just released its highly anticipated debut country album. Show us the cover art. So this is, I think, Beatrice and After the Ball Goes Flat. And I love that this actually does kind of seem like an album
cover. It does
cover.
seem like a country album. I mean, she does have a brother-in-law who's a country
yeah,
musician, so she knows a thing or two about country.
Yeah. So again, this is one that you make, right? So you can make it any way. You could make it with felt or craft materials, Photoshop, like whatever. So again, a lot of different types of challenges to unleash your creativity. What else we got? Oh, this is very self-serving. Going to be honest about that one. Number 38, Book Drop Delight. Show us a little free library containing a book written by Jason or Kim Kotecki. So we put some of our own.
Is there
books.
a lot of points for that one?
It's not a lot.
Okay.
It's not a lot. Probably, I think it's probably middle of the road. But yeah, so that's that one. Then we've got another crafty one. Number 83, the droid we're looking for. Make a 6-foot-tall robot out of things from your recycle bin. Cannot be more than 50% shipping boxes. All right, because that would have been.
I have not seen this one yet. That turned out really awesome.
That is pretty good, and it looks like it is certainly above 6 feet tall. By the way, one of the things that I love the best are the rules. Some of you that have been in the app may have already read the rules. I just want to clarify that when we have a challenge, we are looking for the real thing. So there is actually a challenge where we're looking for an underwater photo of you. And that means you would be underwater. And it doesn't mean you're holding your breath in front of a blue wall. pretending that you're underwater. Okay.
Usually
So-
we were, creativity, you would think that we would be excited about that, but in these cases we are actually for literal, like, do it.
Yes, and no photo manipulations. We have a pretty sharp eye for that. But as you can see, with a robot like this on the country album, there is room for creativity. But we are asking for what we're actually asking for.
Yeah, it's good to
Just a little extra there. This one might be one of my favorite ones that Rachel sent. Double Trouble, side-by-side photo of you and your pet looking like identical twins. And in this case, Rachel would get bonus points. You get 22 bonus points if your pet is wearing clothing. I don't know how they have the exact same face. I don't know how that happens.
I know.
But it's pretty rad.
It is pretty rad.
Well done.
So,
well done.
Okay, we just got done saying it has to be literal, but if someone doesn't have a pet,
Well, you can find another pet.
okay, so it
by
could
the
be
way,
like a friend's pet.
that reminds me of another rule, which is no whining allowed. All right? I don't want to hear, I don't have a pet. I don't have a house
That
plan.
is why we did 100.
I don't have a way to make a country album. Like, no, that's adultitis.
But why?
Figure it out. All right? And there's plenty of challenges. There will be, I'll tell you right now, there are some GPS challenges that are spread out over the country. And you might not be able to make it to Utah. Too bad. Don't pick a different challenge. I will not be going to Utah during this festival, okay? By the way, the GPS challenges we set up, we have in the Wonder and Whimsy Society, we have people who are patrons, who are like supersized, above and beyond supporters of us. And so we positioned the GPS challenges strategically near where our patrons are. So they have a slight advantage over some of the other people. Now, to be fair, these GPS challenges are not the highest number of points you can get because I didn't think it would be fair for something that, I can't go wherever. So they're a decent amount of points.
Little adventures for those of our patrons.
Yeah, so please do not send us any emails whining about how hard the challenge is, how it's not fair, that you can't make Jell-O. Like, I don't care. I don't want to hear it.
I can't make Jell-O either.
Okay?
Apparently.
Do the best you can. If it doesn't work out, pick a different challenge. Okay? That's why we have 100 of them. All right, moving on. This was fun. Okay? This one, I'm gonna say what it is first. It's called the Eggplant Conspiracy. This is a photo of at least 5 people making very serious faces. One of them must be holding an eggplant. That's it. All right, so we got a chance to do this at the Scram Winter Party. And when you might not be able to see it very well on the screen, but when you see it in the app, there's 5 of us here. We have a Catholic priest involved in this situation, so that's how you know it's serious, for sure. And we had a lot of fun with that one. I made it black and white to make it look even more serious. That was fun.
Good when at first the priest was holding the eggplant, but then you couldn't see it.
Blended
it was
in,
the same color. It was too close.
Didn't work. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, and then this last one we've got is you, Kim. Do you want to set this one up with your mustache one?
Yeah, so you may have no, you don't know about you may have seen in the description that we said that you can also use these challenges to make a difference. So when we wrote the challenges, Rachel and Jenna wrote challenges, when we were putting these all together and picking the 100, we made sure that there were a number of them that would help you make a difference in the world, make your community better, spread kindness. So this one came up and an opportunity arose yesterday. There was a blood drive. So the challenge, you want to say?
The challenge is number 77, fake stash, real hero. Give blood while wearing an obviously fake mustache.
So I've been wanting to give blood, and it's been a couple decades since I have, and I literally got invited like 2 weeks ago about this blood drive yesterday. And I'm like, but this is one of the challenges. I have to do this. So I knew I had to do it, you guys. I wasn't sure how it was going to go. I totally was in my own head because, like I said, I hadn't given blood. And it didn't go that well the first time I did it. So I haven't done it since. But Jason last year spoke at a conference, and they were all blood center workers. And I heard a lot of the speakers, and I was very inspired by everything that goes along with this. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. So as it all shook down, the actual blood, the whole process went great. The only thing that really got me that nervous was putting this mustache on. Because everything with the needle went great, but it was just like I had to tell this lady that I needed to get this mustache on, and it was so awkward, and it was fine. And she
took the picture, huh? Was that,
she took
I
the
assume?
picture, and then it ended up being a really neat icebreaker, and I got to hear her story, how she got into this line of work, and it was wonderful. So it just goes to show you, I was being a little vulnerable by obviously doing this, but also by bringing this mustache and being so, weird. But then the story she told me was very vulnerable, which I'm not sure we would have gotten to that had we not had this like little exchange. So it was just a really, really cool experience. And I saved the card because I want to do it again in a couple months. So it was really good.
And this reminds me of something I wrote years ago. I think it might have been in the Penguins Can't Fly book about rules that don't exist, and the idea of car dancing. And how oftentimes, a lot of us, we love car dancing, and then you get to the stoplight and you see someone is looking at you and you feel maybe embarrassed or whatever. And the reality is, when it comes to some of these challenges, we are so self-conscious, but the reality is that being silly and confident and not caring that you look a little silly is actually an icebreaker, and actually could be something that could make someone's day, brighten their day, could break down a wall between you, could create a connection. So remember that as you go through this, and that fighting that comfort zone is not just about you and adultitis. It might be about the adultitis and someone else around you. I am sure that Emily and Tammy talked about me and my banana sticker well after I was gone. So
yeah,
there you go.
It just keeps spreading. It does.
All right, so we have one more thing to try here. And to be honest, I forgot to write down the name of this challenge, but it is to give us a review. Some of these are videos, by the way. And so this would be a video review of baby food that's made of meat. So you can let me actually take this down.
I know, Dorothy. I know. I don't know why. Why are we? And I'm gonna try not to smell it because I think that this bowl is for if I actually need to.
Well, what do we got here, Kim?
Well, we have.
This is something I picked out at the Pig.
This is Gerber Mealtime for Baby Chicken, and it's very pink, which I'm not caring for. Oh, this has Jello all over it, but I might need a Kleenex. So this is a little throwback for all I know. Is Stephen might know.
Let's see. Albert is all tuckered out, but he's going to be very excited about this
smell
Sundays.
already. Did you smell that?
No.
Oh,
it smells like chicken. It's amazing. It's a miracle.
So this is a little throwback to a project Jason and I did at the beginning of our business together called the Escape Plan, and I did try veal baby food on video. It actually smells like tuna right now, so that's actually yeah, that's all right. Oh,
you didn't even get it. How is it?
Oh.
Be honest.
Oh.
Do you want the rest?
So gross.
Do you want a drink of my food coloring water?
Oh my gosh, you guys. The problem is it's warm. It's like lukewarm.
Okay, so now part of this challenge is you have to give us a review as if it's like MasterChef.
Okay.
Or, like a Food
it's
Network
still in my
show.
mouth though. Well, I would definitely say that the texture leaves a lot to be desired.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It kind of is like a pudding.
to get like a smoky,
tuna
smoky
pudding.
notes,
It's
like
like a
the
tuna
roasted chicken.
with a little bit of texture, a little tuna pudding with a little. There's definitely an aftertaste that stays with you. I hope I'm not the only one that does this challenge.
5 out of 100 stars.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna keep going. We are not gonna be done with the show by the time the challenges drop, but
okay.
that's happening in about 2 minutes and 30 some seconds. But that's okay. We're gonna do a let's draw before we wind it up. So if you're interested in that, grab your something to draw with, something to draw on. Got a fun little simple drawing here tonight. Grab some colored pencils, crayons, ballpoint pen, you name it. Hopefully, let me even just see if this is even going to work.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's hope for the best that the technology works. Let's draw. Yeah. All right, you guys. Let me make sure. Gotta get this. There we go.
Christy says I deserve ice cream stat.
There you go.
That's a good idea.
Okay, you guys. Let's. Anyone who wants to draw again, we'll take it step by step. It's been a while, so hopefully we can pick up where we left off. What we're going to start with here is a line on the right side of your paper. So make sure you keep plenty of room on the left side. And we're going to do, I'm not even sure what I would call this. Kind of like an oval with no top. Okay. So you say, ooh, that smell is really something else. Gotta close that up there while we're, okay. Just every once in a while, just wafts over, and it's not great. Okay, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna close it. We're gonna start with this tip right here, and then we're gonna finish it off right there. What would you call that, Kim? Is that it's almost like two Nike symbols back to back,
like
a little bit, right?
Smile, like
Yeah.
a weird smile.
Okay, over here on the left-hand side of the paper, we're going to draw some bumps. And this is the part where you can draw 3 bumps, 4 bumps, 2, whatever you want. All right. Now, it's just that smell is not going away. I'm going to just tell you that right now. For those of you who are just watching the Let's Draw as a standalone episode, we're not even going to tell you why, but Kim just tried baby food that tastes like chicken.
We're not even going to tell you
not
why.
even going to tell you why we did that, but it's lingering.
I'm still wondering.
All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line, more of a curvy, bulbous line. Like this, and this one's pretty simple. So some of you are, I'm sure, already figuring this one out. Although I do like skinny canoe, Jenna. I like that as the shape. Then we're gonna draw a little bump down here and a little bump down there, and we officially have begun the Festival of Shenanigans. Don't worry, it'll still be there when this is over. Now we're gonna close this down here. We're just gonna draw a line, and we've got ourselves a little cloud. All right, and you probably can tell this is going to be a pot of gold, and so we're gonna draw some little bumps like gold coins, just like this. Make the bumps about the same size, but they can be they don't have to be perfect, right? And then we're just going to draw some more bumps in here. This is just to give the idea that we have just so many gold coins stuck in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw a rainbow, because this is the pot at the end of the rainbow. So we're just going to draw a curved line down like that. And you guys have been drawing rainbows since you were about 3 years old, probably. And so you can add as many little bands as you would like. All right. And then to make it, I'm actually going to tighten this up a little bit better. Give me some room to color in that. There we go. To make it, more, even more happy and fun, we're going to put some little smiley faces on these two little dudes. A little pot and a little cloud. And yeah, there you go.
So
Pretty
cute.
simple.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one to color in, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna color this in real quick. While we're at this, Kim, do you have any memories you want to share of? I always think it was fun when you were a kindergarten teacher on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Because there was a lot of shenanigans that would
every
happen.
time I would leave, every time the kids would leave the classroom, when they would come back from like a bathroom break or gym or lunch recess, the leprechaun would come every single time, and he would just trash the room, which just created a lot of screaming and laughter.
Exactly what you want.
And there'd be little gold footprints around, and but there were traps, so they would make the traps the night before or the day before to try to catch this leprechaun. What's been cool is we did the same thing with our kids. And we would, it actually today I did put green food coloring in the toilets. Just little signs that maybe the leprechaun is still around, even though we kind of know he's not as real as we once thought.
Shut your mouth. Everybody
Steven.
knows. Everybody knows. Now, here's what I want to know. Where did this fall on compares? Probably Halloween was the best day for kids, right? But how did this compare to like Valentine's Day?
Well, because it was like an unexpected kind of thing. So a lot of times kids didn't have a lot of anticipation for St. Patrick's Day. They're, maybe they'd wear green or something, but we had a lot of unexpected shenanigans that day, which I think made it that much more fun because there was just like a surprise element to it. And I kind of went a little farther than maybe most, just because.
That's hard to believe. I don't believe you.
It was just, it actually brought some winter fun in, mid-March for me as well, because you're kind of like, is this winter ever going to end? And it just kind of created a little extra fun. Now, the janitor and, maintenance people did not like the glitter involved, but I was not their favorite teacher to begin with. So,
but why? With the pumpkin seeds and the drain, that sort of thing.
There was a pumpkin growing out of my sink at one point.
There wasn't there?
Yes,
that was a true story.
But good times. Oh, that looks so cute.
Yeah. So there's my little guy. I would love to see everyone else's little pot of gold. I would imagine that you probably have enough creativity to add a little thing. Oh, there we go, Dan, right there. Good job, Dan.
I love it.
Love that.
The faces on there.
Good job. Nail it. Okay, Julie, I saw you put yours up. Getting blurred. Walt.
Let's see Mary
a little closer, Walt. Oh yeah. Oh, he had a nice long piece. Yeah, junk mail.
Yeah.
So Walt's rainbow is going long distance.
That looks great.
Cindy looks great. Larry's
Mary
is great.
Beth has a lot of She just went for it. That was a lot of gold.
She added the gold.
I love it.
Pretty good,
Do you
guys.
have another screen? I think so. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. There's even more.
There's even more of you. Helen, yeah. Okay, there's Helen, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good, guys. Well, here's what I want, you guys. I want you guys to actually email these to us. We have there's the email. KJ@escapeadulthood.com. I want to see if you guys would take a picture, send them to us. We love collect. I have all of them. I have every single one anyone has ever sent to me.
By the way, Helen, I
Stored
love your green wig.
That's pretty good. I love too. Ron and
the background.
Pete also are just in like fields of shamrocks. That's pretty great.
I love it.
Good work, one and all. All right, let's see. I want to see if there's anything. Make sure we didn't miss anything. But we're winding down, heading into the home stretch here.
Speaking of the home stretch, Jenna. So we had asked ahead of time if you would wear green or something festive that you'd get a chance to win a prize. So Jenna was going to put everybody who did that into her magic app, and come up with our winner. So if you could announce the winner, Jenna, in the comments, that'd be great. And I think, what were we going to say, a mini print of your choice?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get this giveaway going. All right, so it is the we've got the drum roll coming with the good job.
Oh, that is not a drum roll.
We'll have Jenna pull that up. So I wanted to mention a few things as we're waiting for that. Let's see. Festival Shenanigans, as we know, is now underway. Again, if you want to play along, the registration fee is only $10, and that's basically just to help us offset the cost of the app to run it. There's like a charge per person. So, but if you're a Wonder and Whimsy Society member, you get in for free. So if you need the code for that, let us know. We have an official winner pulled from the hat, and it is Fred.
Hey.
All right, Fred.
Congrats, Fred. So, Fred, if you could reach out to us at KJ. Right?
Yeah, KJ at escapeadulthood.com. If that link right there, that's the email address.
And send us
KJ for Kim and Jason. Yeah, Jenna just put it in the chat.
Perfect.
Send us your address, and then we'll be in touch, and we'll send you information about how to pick out a print and all that stuff. So.
Oh wow! Okay. Thank you very much.
Congratulations! Thank you for being here.
And thanks to everybody who came out in festive gear tonight, which was super fun.
Yeah.
And I just looked at the app, and it is
live.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
there we
live.
go.
So I hate to distract you guys, but
we're about to be done here, so you can go to your app in a second. We would like, and if anyone is not signed up for it and you're watching this, please do go to escapeadulthood.com/festival is the website. You can learn more about it, what's involved, and it goes until April 2nd, I believe.
Which I was pretty excited that April 1st, April Fool's Day, was a part of the Festival Shenanigans.
Yep.
So we have a special challenge just for April Fool's Day, so that's pretty rad.
Also, to let you know that you can get bonus points if you refer someone. So if someone signs up and puts your name in their registration form as the person who signed up, that told them about it, you get 17 bonus points.
That's legit.
Up to, I think 68 is the number. It's basically 4 people. You get up to, I think, 68 bonus points if you refer people. So please do that. And I think that's it. But yeah, we just want to wish everybody luck. Thank you for being here. Fred, thank you for that. Let me
copy and paste that.
Copy and
Thank you
paste
for
that real
sending
quick.
us your stuff there. And this is just really a cool opportunity for us just as a company to rally around this idea of shenanigating. We've owned it for a long time, but then to be able to connect it to, of course, March 17th and this time of year where we all just need an excuse to have a little bit more shenanigans. So thanks for coming along for the journey with us, and we cannot wait to see what you guys end up doing with all the challenges.
Yes, and as we head out here, we've got one more challenge to share for you to inspire you. It is from Jenna, and the do I have the name of it? Oh, there was the Taste Like Chicken. I thought the challenge was Taste Like Chicken, the baby food one. Taste Test Baby Food made of meat. Provide a review. Okay, so this is a video that Jenna shot. It is Timeless Humor. It's challenge number 59. And let's see someone 80 or older telling a joke. So that's what we're going to close off with tonight. Thank you guys for being with us. Do you know your line? I forget your line.
No, it's been too long.
Let's go have some shenanigans, you guys.
See you soon.
Hey, Lynn, why don't the Irish iron their 4-leaf clovers?
Well, because they don't want to press their luck.